Good morning, and thank you for joining us on Ballito TV's Good Morning North Coast morning show. I'm Taryn, and I'm going to be your presenter this morning. With me in studio, we've got Claudia Greenwood, which will be giving you daily inspiration, followed by Neville and Helen Wolmarans from the Ndlondlo Reptile Park. Our special interest interview today is Mandy Buitendach-Potgieter from Women on a Mission. Our special interest interview is Corinne from Ballito TV's A New You Season 2. Our restaurant update and support, Erasmus, is here to tell us all about our food parcel drive and all our initiatives. And our business buzz is Bianca, Dreyer, Chief Mammographer for Women 3D Mammography Center. Thank you so much to all our sponsors, our coffee authorized dealer for Durocher coffee machines and Salt Rock Coffee as our morning show coffee sponsors. With Good Morning North Coast, please don't forget, today we are launching our August competition. If you haven't entered, Megan is here to tell you all about it. Coming up afterwards, we'll be with Claudia.
Freshly ground, not capsuled. Coffee pleasure from Europe.
Month, new opportunities, and that is exactly what we are offering on GMNC during the month of August. Get your business noticed by entering our competition to win a free interview on GMNC, putting your brand into the face of thousands of potential customers. Remember, people buy from people. WhatsApp your name, company name, and social media links to 066 232 1385. And you could be this fortunate recipient of this incredible opportunity. A winner per week will be announced live on our Friday shows starting the 6th of August, and a winner each Friday for the remainder of the month.
Welcome back to our Good Morning North Coast show. Claudia, over to you with our daily inspiration.
Thank you very much, Taryn. Today, I'd like to talk about a topic that often comes up from people that I see, and the common thread seems to be that people are feeling very unfulfilled. And there are a lot of things that can actually make you feel unfulfilled, but today I'd like to just go through a few things about, are you living your soul or are you living a role? Now, what roles do we take on? We all fulfill certain roles in our lives, whether we're a mother, a husband, a sister, a brother, a child, a boss, a friend, whatever role we fulfill, we take that on and we actually give ourselves that title. And when we live according to a particular role, we often find that we don't find that full fulfillment because we've got to keep on showing up for that other person in that role. And sometimes we are locked into certain fears. Fear of failure, fear of not doing enough for other people, fear of what may other people think. And sometimes we're afraid to be judged. And then we don't actually live according to who we actually are. So what I'd like you to explore is what is behind that role. Before you actually fulfill that role or give yourself that title, who are you? When you find who you are and actually connect the sole purpose of your life, that purpose, who are you deep down, is that shining through in these different roles? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe you find that you're so caught up in other people's things and things that you actually are enjoying doing, but you're actually missing an important part of who you are deep down. So what I'd like you to do is, and encourage you to do, is actually sit down, take a notebook and write out, who am I? Put your name there, I am, and then what follows after that. What role are you fulfilling? But rather than switch it and say, I, Claudia, am. Who am I before I am that role? And then you'll find that you'll probably see that you'll get a lot more fulfillment in actually living the life that you truly should be living. Maybe it is through those roles, but find the beauty of what you actually do for other people, because then suddenly you'll realize, you know what, actually, there is more to life, and I love what I'm doing. You're not lost in these titles you give yourself, thinking that everything's about everyone else, but you don't have anything for yourself. When you show up and let your soul shine through everything that you do in life, suddenly you'll see that other people will love you even more. And most importantly, you'll love yourself more. So there we go, a challenge for you today. Go and see, are you living your soul or are you living a role? Have a fabulous day.
That is absolutely beautiful, Claudia.
Yeah.
And I think that is so touching and so real to many of us out there. And I think it's something that all of us could do and start writing down. It's so easy to lose yourself as well if you don't then find your soul and not your role. And thank you, Claudia. It's such an inspiration. After the ad break, we're going to be with Neville and Helen from the Reptile Park.
Dom's B&B is a proud sponsor of the Vinci International Film Academy Awards. Situated in Ballito on the stunning Dolphin Coast, At Dom's B&B is an exquisite luxury 6-bedroom guest house that can accommodate 14 to 16 people. At Dom's B&B we are practically on the foot of the ocean. With us being so close to the sea, we have sounds of waves echoing in the ears of our guests.
The winners of the Best Director Award will each win a one-night stay for two at Dom's B&B to the value of 1,750 Rand.
Welcome back to our Good Morning North Coast Breakfast Show. With me in studio, we've got Helen and Neville. Thank you for joining us today. So, I know there's a creature or two in that bag. You're here to tell us all about our brown house snakes. Neville, Helen, would you like to tell us all about it?
Morning, Taryn and viewers. Yes, this is the single most important pest control officer that you can have in your garden on the North Coast.
Oh gosh.
So unfortunately, as with many other species, snakes come in or individuals come in different colorations. I mean, you just need to look at the people walking down the road and you see a great spectrum of changes and shapes and things. And it's no different for snakes. So most people would look at a book or a chart and they would say, that's what he looks like. Meanwhile, no, he doesn't look like that, you know. And so we're just going to chat a little bit about the differences there. Helen's going to take out one for us. Who we got here? Mrs. Chocolate.
Mrs. Chocolate.
This is Mrs. Chocolate. Mrs. Chocolate is a rather large house snake, larger than your average. But she's a more or less uniform colored snake, so not too much in the way of patterning, except for a bit of a stripe down the body there. But one of the characteristics brown house snakes display is that they've got this light cream stripe above the eye.
I see
And that's like a golden rule, you know. It's like all Rastafarians wear dreadlocks, you know.
That's a
that
good
sort
way
of
of
rule.
yes, yes.
Okay, but the pearly sort of coloured belly, and that's beautiful. Hey, come on, ladies, you've got to agree with us.
No,
Surely.
that is a beautiful looking
know?
snake, but I'm glad it's there.
And yeah, a harmless constrictor, so not venomous at all. And they feed primarily on rodents.
On rodents.
They will take bats and birds as well. And as such, they do sometimes come into houses and
Yes.
take on Kitty's hamster and Mom's canary. Still a very cheap price to pay for pest control, folks. But you'll see this specimen is a little bit more patterned.
Yes.
You see that? That's fairly clear. It is a younger, smaller specimen. But someone would look at this and then see the one on the chart and say, not the same snake. We're dealing with something else, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what we do. It's normal to go to a chart. Oh, I do that. You flip around and you try and see, and you don't want to go close to a snake.
Charts and photos are misleading because you don't really get to see scale.
That's true.
So, you know, when you're looking at the chart, you don't know, is the snake a meter long? Is it 2 meters long? Is it, you know,
Yeah.
you've got no idea of scale.
Yeah.
So,
So if we do see a brown house snake and in the vicinity, I know that the Ballito community can call you and you wouldn't mind
Yeah.
coming to remove them. And then with regards to your eco-friendly pest control, would you like to tell our viewers all about that?
well, they're constrictors, and the advantage that they have is that they can go where raptors can't go. Now, I've got mates that are in the raptor game, and these guys will tell you, owls are your best rodent control. They eat X amount of rodents. Yes, but owl can only catch something that's running around on the surface. These guys get down into the burrows and the holes and the cavities, and they exterminate a whole family group. So they take mom, and they take all 16 kids. You see, and that's a big chunk out of future generations, you see.
Okay.
And that's what makes them so vitally important and so efficient at what they do.
And how big do they get, generally speaking?
Well, not much bigger than Mrs. Chocolate. We've had them around about 1.3s and 1.4s, but those are exceptional specimens. You know, it's certainly not the rule.
Sure.
And you know, we don't want to tell people, oh, they get to 1.5 meters, and everybody expecting to meet a 1.5 meter snake.
Okay, I see what
And
you're saying.
That's not it.
And you know, should I find my friend over here in my house one day, they won't come and attack us or anything, and that are they quite aggressive snakes,
Well,
or are they more of a shyer form?
You just spelt it out. You see, attack requires 2 components. You either need to be threatened to defensively attack,
Yes.
or you need aggression to attack. And aggression belongs to humans and primates, no other animal. So there's no aggression here,
Okay.
but they're small animals and we're big animals. And so they would feel threatened quite readily by us because humans are genetically imprinted as a predatory species.
Of course.
They really don't care if we eat them afterwards, but it's the dying part that sort of concerns them. And I think it's the same for most of us.
I know,
You
most definitely. Look, she is a beautiful looking snake, isn't she? And how old is she
Stunning.
roughly?
Well, don't know. She's a wild caught.
Oh, really?
You see, yeah. We don't hang on to these snakes for too long.
Okay.
We'll do a rescue. She was found in rubble, and so she got quite chopped up by moving bricks and stuff like that.
Oh, shame.
And she's on the mend, so her skin's coming nice. We'll just wait till she sheds fluently for a couple of times, and then Mrs. Chocolate will go into the bush, and we'll have another Mrs. Chocolate coming in. You know, and that's where it works.
Well, for a wild snake, if I can call it that, she's quite tame, isn't she?
Well, they quickly settle. They quickly realize that they're not under threat.
Okay.
You know, so that sort of takes away this frontal lobe argument that scientists have, and they say, no, they don't have a frontal lobe, so they're not incapable of emotion and incapable of this and incapable of that. But at the end of the day, they very quickly recognize whether something's a threat or not a threat. Just your behavior when you encounter it is going to tell it, are you a threat or are you not a threat?
Well, can I test my courage with the snake? Would you mind if I track it?
Absolutely.
Because I'm literally breaking a fear of mine over here. I'm actually shaking.
Well, if you've got a problem with fear, come and visit Ndlondlo, because that's what we do. We specialize in
Wild snake.
eliminating that.
Oh, but she is beautiful, isn't she? Look at that, everyone. How beautiful is she? Sure. And I can see the green line, the green stripe you were talking about. I've never been this close to a snake before, but I can really see those beautiful lines on her. Neville and Helen, she's absolutely stunning. And thank you for all you do for our reptiles out there. And guys, please, whenever you've got an unwanted creature, please give them a call and they'll be in the Jifty to come and assist. Please don't harm, please don't kill. There are many other solutions to our beautiful creatures out there. After the ad break, we'll be with Mandy from Women on a Mission.
Freshly ground, not capsuled. Coffee pleasure from Europe.
A new month, new opportunities, and that is exactly what we are offering on GMNC during the month of August. Get your business noticed by entering our competition to win a free interview on GMNC, putting your brand into the face of thousands of potential customers. Remember, people buy from people. WhatsApp your name, company name, and social media links to 066 232 1385. And you could be this fortunate recipient of this incredible opportunity. A winner per week will be announced live on our Friday shows starting the 6th of August, and a winner each Friday for the remainder of the month.
Welcome back with us on studio this morning. With me, I've got Mandy from Women on a Mission. Mandy, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, Taryn. We really do appreciate that we could get a little bit of your time to just tell everybody what we're doing out there. Women on a Mission is a totally NPC. We work the community, especially with individuals, mommies, babies, wherever they need help. So we are really on a mission. I've got a wonderful partner, Patricia House. She is actually so charity driven, and she's quite well known in the area as well. I do apologize that she couldn't be here this morning. But she's actually at the Olympics.
Oh, wow.
Winning 2 medals. That is for washing and sanitizing the stuff that is going into our shop. But anyway, so we've got a shop. We've opened up a shop, a sustainability shop, that helped us to finance and actually network with all the people in the community where we help, whereby we basically source from the community. We need the community's input, and for the community that has already given to us and supported us, I'm telling you guys, really, this is just from our heart. It's amazing. We couldn't do it without you. We're ongoing for 2 years now. We worked very, very hard to get the organization going, and we still are. So what we do is we source, we after the sourcing, we see that the families we are looking after will have the needs, especially on clothing, whatever the case may be. After this, and the rest goes into the shop, but we also source out of the shop whatever we need. And there's no red tape, so we can act immediately. We're ongoing 24/7. So we do that. If there's a family that somebody's not working or whatever, we also do a little bit of skills development by entrepreneurship. The minute we do food and clothing and everything, the entrepreneurship kicks in, and we will source equipment for a person to utilize his skills or her skills to sort of have also a sustainability project. We also source for medicine. We also buy medicine, mummies, nappies.
That is absolutely, Mandy, that's absolutely amazing. But for those that don't know, so basically you are an organization, to sum it up, and everyone else in the community can come and donate and give to you as well, so that you can give to those in need that really, obviously, it's difficult for us as an outsider to reach out to those where you're in direct contact with those individuals in need. Where can one go and drop off any donations?
We've got a shop in 23 Sandra Road. We take any donations, from false teeth to a casket. Please, we hope we're not getting that. That's
not really, guys. Not really, guys.
Yeah, and we also depended on feet in the shop. We really like the people to come to our Aladdin's cave where everything is happening, and you can find absolutely treasures down there. That will help families to basically, so that we can basically need to help them. Our main purpose is actually to start a little bit of a getaway for abused women. We are working very hard towards that. And actually last night we had somebody that offered his running skills on sand for a donation towards the project for women on a mission to, there's still a lot of work to do, but yes. That's what we're doing. Okay. Leslie Ann Mooners also she's also coming on board, and she's absolutely also very charity driven. So if you do get a phone call from her or whatever, please, we really need the support. And even in the shop, we are running with prams and babies to get the mummies to do their little browsing.
That is amazing. That's just absolutely amazing. Guys, please, I know where the shop is. I've been there, I've walked in there. It is a one-stop shop for everything. Please come and donate. Please come and support Women on a Mission. It really is for a good cause. We can all make a difference in someone's lives. Thank you so much for being with us, Mandy. Have a super week further. And please, guys, let's support them. There are people out there that need our support. After the ad break, we'll be with Corinne from Ballito TV's A New You Season 2.
I'm Tanya. I'm the lady from So It Seems, Benina in Ballito. You can find us in Richard Park, right across from the Hirsch. The new shop. It's 3 times bigger than the old shop. We have lots more fabric, a lot more haberdashery items. If you can't sew, I will teach you how to sew. I have an additional teacher that helps us sew, and we have a fabulous space upstairs. Looking for a Benina machine or a Bennett? I will sort you out with that one. In this little area, we do everything. We service the sewing machine, we service the overlocker. We fix it up for you. Within a week, you'll have it back. While you go through the pattern books, we have a coffee shop in-house called Buttonless Coffee. You can have a coffee or a snack to eat while you do your pattern searching, fabric searching, or sewing upstairs with us. See you soon!
Welcome back. In studio with me is Corinne from Ballito TV's A New You. Corinne, thank you for being here with me this morning.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's so exciting to be here and to chat about this amazing series.
I know, it's so great for me to be on this side of things.
Exactly.
I'll in reverse today.
It's nice, now I can just relax.
Corinne, for those that don't know, I mean, A New You was an amazing initiative, and the before and after, the impact that we made on our contestants' life was just absolutely phenomenal. Do you want to tell our listeners out there and our viewers out there all about our New You season?
Absolutely. So I'll start with, chatting a little bit about season 1. A little bit of background about me. My dream and my passion is empowering and uplifting women, because that's what it's all about. We all have a story. We all live in stressful times, especially now, and to have a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel is just very, very special. And that's why I conceptualized A New You, and with our amazing Ballito TV team, we put together an incredible season where we put out our promo. We got a multitude of entrants in, and we selected. It was very difficult because all the stories were really, really heart-wrenching. And as I said earlier, everybody is going through a lot, and everybody needs some sort of excitement in their life. So we chose one lady and we took her on this incredible journey through 13 weeks, and just of upliftment, of change. And it's not all about the outer change, it's also about the inner change, because if you don't feel good on the inside, how can you portray feeling and looking beautiful on the outside? So we took her through this journey, and oh my gosh, and then we did the final reveal at the end. You were part of it, and it was incredible. She walked in there and everybody was just blown away. She looked beautiful, she felt beautiful, and it really, really changed her life. And that's what we want to just put out there, how important it is to be part of this kind of initiative, where you can feel good about yourself, because we as women, that's so important.
No, I mean, and being a part of the first season, I mean, just seeing Carol walking through those doors with the tears rolling down her eyes. She had changed from, we all spent so much time with her, just hearing her story and seeing how she's grown as a lady, and just how more powerful you get through the whole journey. It's not just an inspiration and a change in her life. She actually impacted all of our lives that were involved in it as well. And just to see the end result, from the makeover, but not just, like you say, the outer change, the inner change, and like with your motivation and empowering the women. And she was so empowered after that experience, and she was just a new person, thanks to you and your beautiful initiative, Corinne. Really, it's such a stunning show.
It was, it is. It was just very, very heartwarming, to see the journey that she went on and how it impacted her life. And that's what made us and drew us to now do a season 2 of A New You, which we're very, very excited about, because that's what we're all about, uplifting and empowering women. And so now we've embarked on this. We're busy putting our partners together. We've got an amazing group of partners already together. And we've put out some promos. We're receiving tons of entrants in. So we're very excited about that, So, we really want to put out there to ladies, it takes a lot of courage to share your story, to tell us about you and what has affected you in your life, but we would like to encourage them to do that.
Most definitely, and it's the end result we're after. It's not easy to put yourself out there and to expose, your bad sides, your good sides, and the sad times that you've gone through. But just to walk that journey through, and with Corinne, you've written a book, this is yours, this is everything, and this is exactly what you do, and you really empower ladies. And I really encourage all you ladies to enter. It's a life-changing journey. I've walked the path with Corinne. I've seen what it's done to our contestant Carol that won the makeover last year. It absolutely was just a great experience. And I don't know if you want to just tell anyone about everyone that's involved, your partners so far that are on board.
Well, I just want to also say, because we're going into, well, we are in Women's Month now, you know, this season is going to be a little bit different. It's not all about the outer image. You know, we've got some amazing partners involved for that section, but it's also about women, your health and wellness, which is very important as well. And we've also got a lot of spoils, so some exciting partners involved. We've got Vernon White, who's a jeweler, who's going to be involved.
Oh, wow.
We've got Plum Footwear, which is involved. You know, so, and there's lots and lots of spoils for our winner this time. A weekend away and all sorts of exciting things as well. So it's not just about that. It's about really embodying who they are and spoiling them and making them feel special.
That is wonderful, and it's so good to see how more sponsors are coming involved, and just to make this a much bigger event as well for the contestants.
Exactly.
Corinne, that is absolutely amazing. And when is the deadline for the entries, or when's the time frame? When can we expect?
The deadline, we need all our entrants in by the 8th of, so it's basically in a week. So by the 8th of August, we would like to have all our entrants in. So I really would like to people, for the ladies to embrace themselves and now take that journey and take that chance and just put themselves out there to be part of this incredible journey. And also we have a few slots left for partners, so if any businesses would like to get involved, we would love to have them on board, because besides being an incredible marketing tool for them, they are really changing somebody's life.
It is a phenomenal experience to touch someone's life. And Corinne, then in closing, how can the ladies enter? How can partners get involved? Who do they contact?
They can email me on anewyou@ballito.tv.
There we have it, guys. It really is a life-changing experience. We've walked the journey. Corinne, you're amazing. It really is a life-touching experience. Ladies, don't hold back. Don't be shy. Put yourself out there. It'll definitely be worth it. Corinne, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today. Have a super week. Up next is our ad break, followed by Andre with our restaurant update and support.
Hi guys, Jason here from Chapman Building. Looking forward to introducing a new 13-episode series called Under Construction with Chapman Building. We will be covering various aspects of the building industry and our business to educate and help Ballito residents understand more about the building industry.
Thank you and welcome back to us in studio. With me, I've got Andre. Andre, thank you for joining me.
Hi, Taryn.
It's so good to have you back. Andre, I believe the food parcel drive is in full swing. Do you want to tell our viewers all about it?
Well, Taryn, thanks a lot. Firstly, I want to thank Ballito TV. They've been amazing in supporting our cause. Every day, people are getting the word out that what we need, the need that is there. But firstly, you know, I'm sorry that Fabien can't be here, or even Brett Mitchell of Mozambique, because those two people are the absolute cornerstones of this whole project. They've been steering it, tirelessly working on this whole thing. this project has been very close to their hearts and mine as well, because I just feel that, you know, on the lockdown, certain things happened. You know, a lot of the staff took a long weight out of the community because they can't work, so they weren't earning any income. And we felt we want to make a difference in their lives. The little bit of money that we had, we pushed into the project as well. And in the beginning, we were only a few. I think we were about 9 or 10 restaurateurs that said, guys, let's get together, let's start collecting money for our waiters and our staff that don't earn any income. And then all of a sudden, we got a bit of momentum. Then a lot of the other restaurateurs came on board as well, saying, right, let's get this thing going, let's get help in for everybody else. At this stage, we're looking at close to 600 waiters and staff members that were left destitute without any income and no food. People are feeding them, looking after them, and as much as what we can, we are still trying to help where we can as well. As you well know, with the writing time that there was, most of the restaurateurs were clubbing in, feeding the people on the bridges. We were actually looting our own shops to feed the guys on the bridges, and feeding people like that. So, but in the meantime, we got a lot of money. The community has really come to the party. They gave us about close to 120, 130,000 rand already, which we bought the first lot of parcels. But then we had to stop everything because our suppliers were out of stock as well. So we had to wait again. But this week coming, I think by Tuesday, we will have the rest of our parcels coming in, but we're still far behind with our contributions as well. So, this two-legged factor that we're looking at is mostly the getting all the restaurateurs on board, making their contributions as what they call BRA. Now we are BRA, the Ballito Restaurateurs Association, but it sounds quite funny if you say they're all the BRA members. So, but we're actually BRAs, really.
It's quite a fitting name, especially for the area that we live.
Absolutely. And I think that thing comes from Diego, hey bro. So we got a very good synergy going. There's a very tight knit between all the restaurateurs of the state. This whole thing brought us together so beautifully. And but still, we're looking at getting more restaurateurs on board, getting their contributions in. And I want to make a plea to all the restaurateurs. Guys, please get on board. Make your contribution, your yearly contribution. That will help any future need that arises. And then again to the community. I want to ask Ballito, guys, the little 350 rand, you spend that quickly at Spar or Checkers or in Pick and Pay. To make a difference in one person's life is huge. 350 rand goes so far. It's a little bit, but it goes far. No,
it most definitely is. And if you think about it, what is 350 rand on a night out at Tasso's, for instance, at Andre's place? 350 rand would help his staff members, not just his, everyone else in Ballito's staff members that have been suffering, especially during lockdown. We had a looting period where we didn't work for a week either. The restaurants have really, really felt it hit hard. We really plead for all the other restaurateurs out there, please help. And we plead for you also to get involved in the community. 350 rand is all we're asking for to support 600 odd staff members. Needless to say, the other people that are obviously dependent on them back at home as well. So you're looking at about roughly 2,000 individuals that are in desperate need of food, and that's what we're all here for. Ballito, we always stand together no matter what. Look how we came together on bridges, supporting our community. Let's support those in need as well. Andre, thank you so much for being with us today again. We really plead for you all to help our restaurant association, as they are the backbone of our community as well. After the break, we've got Bianca Dreyer from our Women 3D Mammography. Goodness me, it's a Blue Monday, isn't it, Center? We'll be right back.
Sometimes the greatest test in life is being able to bless someone else while going through your own storm. Ballito TV is so excited to bring you season 2 of A New You. After a bumper inspirational season 1, we'd like to enrich your life and take you on a 13-week journey of learning, inspiration and spoils. This season covers not only the outer image, but we deal with overall health and well-being as well. And there are also many exciting spoils and treats for our winner. If you would like to enter A New You Season 2, please send us a photo and a motivation of no more than 250 words of why we should choose you. If you have a friend that you feel would benefit from this journey, you're welcome to enter on her behalf. We look forward to hearing from you and changing one lucky lady's life. Please send your entries in to A New You at Ballito TV. We'll see you soon.
Welcome back. With me in studio, I've got Bianca from Full Women 3D Mammography Center. Bianca, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
And are you looking beautiful on your pink for Women's Month? I absolutely love it.
I love it too. You know, pink is my color, absolutely.
No, it's definitely a stunning color. Bianca, thank you for joining us. I mean, Women's Month is always a big month, and you know, us as ladies, we do a lot for others, but we don't do enough for ourselves, and we don't regularly check up upon ourselves.
Yes.
Who is the Women for Women 3D Mammography Center? What do they do?
All right, so so as you mentioned, our company is called For Women 3D Mammography Center. So we are based in the Ballito Junction Mall. So we were thinking, you know, when we created this company, we want to make it convenient for the busy woman, you know. So, I mean, us as women, we work long hours during the day. We just want to have a one-stop place to do our shopping. So, you know, at the mall, you can do your shopping and you can have your routine mammogram with us. So we are on the 6th floor. That's where you'll find us between entrance 1 and 2. We've got 2 entrances leading into our department. So it's quite convenient to get through to us, yes.
Okay, well, that's fantastic.
And also, what we do, so we offer a variety of services, and this includes mammography and bone densitometry, ultrasounds, as well as biopsies.
Sure, which is actually what we all need.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and like I say, we always put ourselves last. We put our health last. We put everyone else first. It's always the families that come first and the lady that comes last. And especially when it comes to mammograms. I mean, us ladies, we take that for granted. When should we start going for our checkups, and how regularly should we go for our mammograms?
So a mammogram starts from the age of 40 onwards, but normally if you have family history of breast cancer, you also are more susceptible or even at a higher risk of developing breast cancer. So from a young age, I'll say just self-breast examination is the key to detection, you know. Because if you get to know your breast, you know what to look for and you know when something is not normal. So mammograms from the age of 40, but if you have family history and you do find that you find a lump in your breast, you can always go to your doctor and your doctor can refer you for further scans and also ultrasound or a mammogram.
Yeah, so I know, I went to a few years back because I thought I had a lump, but it was just fatty tissue, and I think that's also quite difficult to differentiate between the two, and then it really is unsettling for a woman, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the thing, is because, you know, as a woman age, you are at a higher risk of developing breast cancer. So that's why it is so important. Every person that's over the age of 40, or all the ladies, they should go for their mammograms on a routine basis, because with early detection, the procedures to remove these abnormal cells is just so minor compared to if you leave it and don't go for your general checkups as you should.
And especially, you know, with our lifestyle that we're living lately, you know, with the pollution, with the food that we eat, there's so many other factors that also can contribute to our bodies and cancerous cells as well.
Absolutely.
And with our bone density, I mean, again, lifestyle per me. Our bone density isn't what it used to be back in the day either. And how quick is it to come in, do a scan? How long does it take? Is it, you know, for a busy lady, can she just come in or must she make an appointment? How full in advance are you guys booked?
So we have a system currently in place where we try to get the patients to walk through. So they send the documentations through to us beforehand. We open your job cards. You literally walk in, come and have your mammogram, and you just basically go out from there. So it's a very short waiting period. The procedure takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and then you're out from there, and you can continue with your shopping.
It's a nice little lunch break stop, ladies. No excuse not to have yourself checked. That's most definitely for sure.
Absolutely.
And is there any other way of, I don't know if you could maybe give us a tip for ladies, you know, health-wise. Is there something you would say we should focus on specifically when it comes to breast cancer and breast, you know, mammograms and awareness? Is there anything that you'd like to say for those ladies?
You know what, with regard, I'm just going to go touch on the self-breast examinations. You know, I mean, there is lifestyle changes, I mean, that you should imply that will apply to your life, that's just try and be as healthy as you can. But the most important part to breast is getting to know your breasts, to see, you know, to take that abnormal changes in your breasts, you know. That's it.
And you don't want to wait until it's too late.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and
absolutely,
ladies, there's nothing wrong. You need to know your breasts. Please, you know, cancer is real. It hits home hard, and if you can prevent, please prevent, and please contact Women 3D Mammography Centre. It really is a tongue twister for me this morning. And set up your appointment. It really is a quick little in and out in a lunchtime period. No reason for us not to be healthy and look after ourselves. Thank you, Bianca.
Thank you very
really
much.
Appreciate it. And keep well this beautiful woman's month.
Thank you, you too.
Pink is really your colour.
Thank
Love
you.
it. After the break, we've got Matt with our sports updates.
Hello everyone, my name is Zoe Sturgeon and I will be bringing you all things music and entertainment right here on Good Morning North Coast. You can catch me every Friday between 6 to 7 a.m.
You were out there in your red and blue. He held your hand, can't stay alone, you know it's true. The flashing lights tried to disturb my view from here. Come save me.
By Ballito Gas en Braai fokus ons op ons kliënte. Vriendelike en doeltreffende diens is wat ons anders maak. Ons werk as 'n span met integriteit en deursigtigheid. Hier bied ons kliënte onvergeetlike ervaring en werk ons met die beste belang van ons kliënt. Ons lewer nie net produkte aan ons kliënte nie, ons lewer ook 'n volledige diens, insluitend onderdele en tegniese ondersteuning.
Morning sports fans, let's kick it off with some news from Tokyo 2020, starting with some athletics news. And Wade Fanikak completed his first journey around the Tokyo track in his quest to defend his Olympic title when he won in spectacular style in Rio 5 years ago. On an oppressively hot day in the Japanese capital, the world record holder reached the line relatively comfortably, finishing third to secure automatic qualification in place of the semi-finals. With a time of 45.25, the 12th fastest time of the day. Now moving to the blue ribbon event, the 100-meter final, men's final that is. It's the worst position in which to finish, but even in that desperate disappointment of fourth place, Olympic 100-meter final, Akane Simbini managed to display his characteristic class on a balmy evening where much was expected from the second fastest man in the world this year. Simbini just missed out, finishing fourth in 9.93 seconds. Italy's Marcel Jacobs stunned the sprinting powerhouses to win his country's first gold medal in the event, and the European record of 9.8 seconds. American Fred Kersley second at 9.84, and Canadian Andre de Grasse third at 9.89. Curley and de Grasse also going quicker than they ever had before. Now moving to the tennis events at the Olympics, Alexander Zverev said nothing is bigger than winning Olympic gold medal after brushing aside Karen Khachanov to take the men's singles title in Tokyo on Sunday. The fourth seed, who ended Novak Djokovic's Golden Slam bid in the semi-final, produced a dominant display to win 6-3 and 6-1 just after 79 minutes at the Arcade Tennis Park. Now moving to the golf event, and Xander Schauffele paid tribute to his father, whose own Olympic dreams were shattered in a car accident after winning the gold medal at the Tokyo 2020 men's golf tournament on Sunday. Schauffele won by one shot from surprise silver medalist Rory Sabatini of Slovakia after holding a knee-knocking 4-foot putt on the 72nd hole. He was immediately embraced by his tearful father, Stefan, who was also his swing coach and mentor. Now moving to the world of rugby, and some good news out of the Springbok camp, as experienced number 8 Duane Vermeulen will join the Springbok team in Cape Town, in their Cape Town base on Sunday after missing the opening 2 tests against the British and Irish Lions due to an ankle injury. Vermeulen, who reported to duty briefly at the training camp in Bloemfontein in June, has been undergoing rehab following surgery several weeks ago. However, his steadily progressed proved to be sufficient, and Vermeulen has been called up to the squad that drew the Castle Lager Lions series with a convincing 27-9 victory on Saturday. Now, some local rugby results from the Carling Currie Cup this weekend. On Friday, the Lions going down to the Pumas at home, 36-33. Western Province also going down at home, 34-13 to the Bulls. And I'm afraid not a great performance from the Sharks. They also went down at home, 27-37 to the Griquas. And now finally, some motorsport news out of Formula One. Lewis Hamilton missed out on a chance to chalk up his 100th victory as France's Esteban Ocon steered his way through a chaotic Hungarian Grand Prix on Sunday to collect his first ever win. After a tactical error dropped pole sitter Hamilton to last place, the Briton picked off his way through the field to finish third behind Alpine driver Ocon and Sebastian Vettel Aston Martin. Max Verstappen's Red Bull was damaged in the first lap crash, which took out 5 cars, and he eventually finished 10th, leaving Hamilton to take a 6-point lead in the championship. I'm Matt Williams for Good Morning North Coast Sport. You have yourself an awesome sporting week, and we'll catch you back here on Friday. Coming up next, we have some weather and our surf report. Have a great day.
Good morning everyone, and welcome to your weather for today, brought to you by Ballito Gas and Fry. Today is partly sunny and not as warm as I'd like it to be, and we're also expecting a stray afternoon shower. We have a high of 22 degrees, a low of 14 degrees. The real feel will be 23 degrees and the real feel shade 20 degrees. We have a southerly wind at 11 kilometers per hour and wind gusts at 20 kilometers per hour. Also 42% chance of showers. The sunrise will be at 6:40 a.m. and the sunset at 5:24 p.m. Next up will be your surf report, brought to you by Tina Tin Skryfbehoeftes and Deon Bosman from Victory Surf. See you tomorrow.
Morning Ballito, and welcome to Monday morning surf report. And it's going to be a beautiful day on the east coast of Africa once again, and after a stunning weekend of surf and waves, we've got some more today. It's a little bit windy today though. It's that southwesterly is going to blow between 12 and 18 knots, so the exposed beaches will be a little bit peaky and a little bit too windy. So look for the spots like the bog, which are a little bit more protected from the wind, and you should get some decent sized surf. The swell has dropped a little bit, so not as hairy as it was on Saturday, but definitely some good corners to have. Great day out there, a nice 20 degrees, lovely winter's day. Enjoy your surf. We'll chat again tomorrow.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us on Ballito TV's Good Morning North Coast show this Monday morning. First Monday of August, our Ladies Month. Thank you so much to all our sponsors and to everyone for being in studio with us this morning. Following us, leaving out with us today is Callie Elsa's music video, Neverland, and then please join in to watch Laugh Out Larry after this show. Keep well and have a super week.
I'll be your Peter Pan. We'll fly to Neverland, where we'll never see our problems again. We'll fly to a different place, where nobody knows our names, where we'll always play the game, where the miracle comes to life, and the impossible changes our minds. We'll make it a Neverland, baby, just take my hand. Together we can fly into a never-ending sky. We'll make it a Neverland, but we'll never see our problems again, and we will stay till the story ends. I'll help you when you're down. Trust me when I'm around. Take this pixie dust and spread your wings. Don't be sad, I know you're hurting. Just turn that frown upside down, where the miracle comes to life, and the impossible changes our minds. Make it a Neverland, baby, just take my hand. Together we can fly into a never-ending sky. We'll make it a Neverland, but we'll never see our problems again, and we will stay till the story ends. We'll make it to Neverland. Come on and just take my hand. Let go of your problems. I got you, so don't be scared. We'll fly to the second star. Close your eyes and we'll go far. We'll make it to Neverland, 'cause I am your Peter Pan. Miracle comes to life, and the impossible changes our minds. Make it a Neverland, baby, just take my hand. Together we can fly into a never-ending sky. We'll make it a Neverland, but we'll never see our problems again, and we will stay till the story ends. We'll make it a Neverland, so baby, just take my hand. Together we can fly into a never-ending sky. We'll make it a Neverland, 'cause we'll never see our problems again, and we will stay till the story ends. We'll make it to Neverland. Good baby, just take my hand.